Alright, welcome back to this channel. So today, as you can see from the thumbnail, we got another boat. So we're going to go first, we got to clean her out. Second, we got to see if she can fire up. If she fire up, then we can continue on the progress. But if she don't clean it, don't start, we cannot continue with the progress. We got to do plan B or D or C or whatever. But that being said, here it is. It is an 18-foot 1990 Bayliner. Nice little 18-footer. Small little girl. But next to our big boat, it's way small. We got some questionable decisions here. Don't know exactly what that is. We're gonna just throw that to the side because hopefully there's nothing in there. Maybe that will pay for the boat to get fixed all the way. I don't know, but get up in here, let you guys see it in a minute. All right, so I'm getting in there for the very first time. She needs some work. She does need some work. So we're gonna get this tarp out of here first. The interior is just gone. Don't know where it's at. It's MIA. Holy moly, mother of pearls. This thing might not be salvageable. What did I just get myself into? Alright, I'm going to get this all cleaned out and then we'll address the situation after that. So you guys stay tuned. Catch you guys in a minute. Alright, so that's all the junk that came out of it. She looks, yeah, that's the cover for the engine. Gotta have that. But we got a Ford. I don't know how we quite appreciate a Ford, but we have a Ford. I'm not a Ford guy, so might have to change that to a Chevy. But that's besides the point. Let's see if she cranks over. So, got the battery, jumper cables. See if she can crank over. Yes, we ain't got diddly squat on this. So you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna hook this up and very redneck-ish, we're gonna hook this up. So you guys stay tuned. Alright, so let's see if it'll start. Got our battery. See what I mean by redneck? Alright, so it's not moving. Maybe it needs a little bit of assistance. So we're gonna come over here. See what size that is. Pretty big bolt. So we're gonna go grab a socket and a pry bar. Not pry bar, but a socket and a you guys know what I'm talking about. Breaker bar. There we go. We're gonna go grab a socket and breaker bar. See if we can get this thing unstuck. Because if we can get it unstuck and we can get it fired, well, guess what? We can sell that motor. Because we ain't a Ford person. Put a big block in it. 454. No, I'm just joking. Alright, you guys stay tuned. Alright, so here's the solution. She's stuck. She's stuck. She's not moving. So, we should have checked that. But that spark plug was gone already, so that could have been the very first hint that this was locked up. But I did not see that, so that's my bad. But we might have a solution. We're gonna try to take these spark plugs out, and well, I'm gonna do the old wise trick. Shove ATF down it and let it sit for a while. So I'm gonna go grab the right spark plug holders and throw some throw some ATF down it. See if we can get her unstuck. You guys stay tuned. The 2 spark plugs that I did pull out, they ain't bad. They ain't rusted. Don't quite know why it is like that. So you guys stay tuned. I'm gonna dump some ATF in here and see if we can turn her over again. Stay tuned. Alright, so we threw some ATF down there. We was tapping the starter and prying on it at the same time. Nothing came out. It didn't move at all, so nothing came out. Nothing moved, so we're gonna just let her sit. When in doubt, let her sit out. We're gonna throw ATF down that carburetor. Let that soak in there. It'll go in there. It'll get in there, all the cylinders. I need a throttle. Well, I think she's throttle is stuck. Hold on, let's see. This is what we got. Son of a gun. Well, that wasn't no helpful. Oops. Damn, I'm not supposed to be getting dirty, Terry. Alright, so. Yeah, dang it. Well, that moves, so I don't know why it's not. Alright, so as you see, there's no more ATF down in the carburetor. So now we're just gonna leave for a day. We're gonna just leave it sit. Plus we got other things to do. So we're gonna just leave her sit here, let her think about her problems that she has, and see if we can get it unstuck by this weekend. So you guys stay tuned. Catch you guys in one day. Alright, so it's been one whole day. Let's see if we can get this thing spin over now. I did put it in neutral because I thought maybe that could be a problem. Whew, bless me. But anyways, we're going to try to figure out if we can actually turn it now. Not looking good. Not looking good. Over here. Alright, we're looking into this, trying to see if we can see anything that is noticeable. Well, as of right now, I do not see a hole in the block, so that's a good part. She's tight now, so no braino still. No braino. No braino. So, blower works. So we got one thing that works, or two things technically. Still don't have this to crank around. You know why the bilge pump ain't working? Yeah, first it has to have one, right? That explains why. It ain't got one, Terry. Well, the water pump's not froze up, so let's see if the alternator's froze up. Alternator's not frozen up either, so just gotta get this thing to spin over and she should be good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that starter off, be able to get in there with the pry bar and crank it over that way, because we got more torque on the flywheel than out here on the crankshaft. So hopefully we can get her up and going. So you guys stay tuned, catch you guys in a minute. Alright, so we got the starter off, so now we're gonna see if the starter is actually stuck. That way we can eliminate some stuff. So here we go. We got ground there. This is the redneck version of how to check a starter. Whatever you do, don't let it. It's questionable. So it works. Not as well as what you should have, but let's see if this works now. Nope, still locked up. All right, so we're gonna take a pry bar and go in there and see if we can pry that off. But first, before we do that, it should be in neutral. All right, so we know it's not because of that. So figure that out now. All right, so you guys should be able to see this. Now I'm gonna be right here. Did it move? Can't tell if it's moving. I think it's moving. All right, we got a spot that we got right there. Right there is the spot. So we're gonna get to that spot right there, and then we're gonna stick that there. Well, we're having a problem. It's hard to get to it right here. So, you can imagine. We got this in the way. We got all kinds of stuff in the way. Me being a giraffe is in the way.
kind of worker. I think we just got her, girls and boys. So we're gonna put the starter on. Catch you guys in a minute. All right, moment of truth. Well, she's turned over by herself. I got stuff in my eyes now. Whew. Well, she cranks over. Cranks over. And this is what she shot out. She shot out all this stuff. Shot all that out. Look at it, it's all over the boat. It's all over everything. All over everything. But hey, she's unlocked. That's the mean part. That's the main part. We gotta figure out how to get this thing started though. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but we ain't got a battery key. Yeah. We ain't got a key. Might be able to hotwire it. We'll see. Catch you guys in a minute. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of spark, but we dumped some 2-stroke down the cylinders to, pre-lube the cylinders. We're going to do a son of a biscuit. We're going to put a little bit more down just to try to get them cylinders lubed up because, well, you know what happens when you have cylinders full of water. You get a little rusty. Plus it gets a little bit of pre-oil on the sleeves, so it spins around, coats them cylinders a little bit better than what it was before. I'm gonna double check, make sure I got the spark plug wires in the right hole, and then see if she'll fire up. I don't know if she will. Been having some problems. She hasn't been really wanting to fire up, but we'll see what we can do. So you guys stay tuned. Alright, so a couple problems. Not turning over fast enough, which is the first one. Second one, I think it still is stuck on, the cylinders are still stuck, so they're not stuck, but yeah, the cylinders and spark plugs are not the happiest. So we're going to take all the spark plugs out once again. We know it's getting sparked because pulled one out, it's sparking like crazy. So might not be sparking like fast, but she is sparking. So we're going to pull her out. I'm going to do some looking, seeing if I can find the firing order, because I think that's another problem that we're having. Firing order may not be the correct one. So we're going to pull all these spark plugs out, throw some more ATF in it, and we'll check it in the morning. Tomorrow is the day that we upload, so we'll find out a little bit more than tomorrow, but so far, catch you guys in the morning. Well, we just put new spark plugs in her and still no go. I think that first cylinder is no brainer. I think it's probably has a hole in it or something, because whenever I don't know, it's cranked over without having spark plugs in it, nothing came out of that cylinder, so probably cylinder one
no brainer. So go in the comments below. Tell me what you guys want us to do with this. Do you guys want to just part it out, find something else that's a little bit nicer? Or do you guys want to see this with a 4-cylinder turbo diesel in her? Go in the comments, let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys.
Out here on the Chattahoochee River, a lot about living and a little about love. Out here on the Chattahoochee River.